Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Dreadnoughts, and I think the last build video for Division 4. And here with me, as always, for these videos, is our historian in residence. Would you like to say what ship we are building today?
Today we are going to be building one of the Dunkerque class. Which is possibly, at least in my mind, the ship class that has the most legitimate argument at least, over whether it's a battleship or a battle cruiser. Especially because in my mind, the answer is actually both, because the Dunkerque to me is very certainly a battle cruiser, but the amount of changes that were made for the Strasbourg, I think, quite firmly move it over into the realm of battleship.
Yeah. But, I mean, all of our kind of Division 4 candidates are a little bit kind of, are they battle cruisers, are they battleships? In some ways. So she's in good company. Now, I should explain to those of you watching that we have actually gone through the entire build, recorded almost the entire video, and then my computer crashed. So we kind of know what we're doing for this, because we've talked through it all already, and the recording got corrupted, which is just lovely. She had a speed of 29.5.
Yeah.
And
just need the screen share.
Oh, sorry. It should be doing that for you. It should be sharing it to you. It's saying it is on my end. Oh, this is typical. I am not having a good day. I'm genuinely not having a good day.
There we go. I think it's because when it crashed out, I think it dropped it. Okay, I'm back watching it. That's
okay,
good.
Brilliant. Okay. So we have, the 29.5 knot top speed, and I remember that the range was a tick above standard.
Yes, although that's once we've revised it all.
Yes, so it won't give you the right value right now, but once we put everything in, it should be all right. And then it was pretty much standard for everything else on the sliders. And then I seem to remember we thought that the modern light tower 1 was the right one, because it has this double
stack,
double decker bridge. And after much fiddling about, we ended up on the light secondary tower 2.
Yes, because the hull isn't a perfect representation of the Dunkerque. There should be a nice little hangar at the back, and a few other changes. And that after sort of rangefinder position should have a couple more stacks on it, but it's the closest we're going to get.
Yeah. And then for funnels, I think we ended up on the mega funnel 3, placed there just after the boat deck.
Yeah.
And then main guns,
quadruple 13s.
And I am a fan of the double quad setup. I think I put the tower, a little bit too far forward. Maybe get it back, because it was just like that. There we go. And move these back forward as well. There we go. And then
shift the forward turret forward a bit more.
Yeah, about there.
There we go. Yeah.
And then secondaries. So we ended up deciding on 555s, even though Strasbourg didn't have 555s. So
she had a pair of twins in the kind of this recessed position, and then she had 3 quads. Again, the aft hull arrangement doesn't necessarily allow us to replicate that, but it would you had one on the center line, which actually was a very clever maneuver, and then 2 others slightly forward of it, one either side. But in order to, because there aren't quad 5s available in the game, we decided if we put everything as triples, we at least get a 9-gun broadside as compared to the historical 10-gun, which is better than if we stuck with the historically accurate twin mount there, at which point we'd be down to an 8-gun broadside.
Yeah.
So it's still one gun short, but that's 50% of the way towards being accurate.
Yeah, and developers, please add quad secondaries for all of the French guns, because that would be amazing.
And they've got the quad. The thing is, they've got the quad layout for the 4-inch, and it is actually the perfect French quad layout. It is in 2 pairs, but it's an open mount and it's an inch too small. And of course, the French use 130 mils 5.1, but who cares?
So,
close enough.
Yeah, basically what you want is this turret with this gun arrangement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would look fantastic. And
although I think given the restrictions we've found, just putting the triples in, that's going to also have to come with the patch that allows you to vary the beam.
Yes, which is coming soon. In fact, by the time this video is out, it's probably already been out for a while. But at the moment, we are recording this on 104, so we don't have that option.
And then we've got a bunch of. We discovered that we can't actually get the twin 2-inch in the historical positioning for the twin 37 mils that Strasbourg had, but obviously there isn't anything smaller than a 2-inch either, so we're just covering the ship in some 2-inch to represent its light anti-air in general.
Yeah, you're saying there was a mount sort of here where this boat is.
Yeah, roughly where the boat is, but the game won't let us do that.
No, it won't for some reason. I mean, there is a mounting point right there, but it gets in the way of a turret quite a lot. So we decided just to stick them all on there. And then we have the components. So I think we went for oil 2.
Balanced boilers, geared 2, augs 2, and then electric 2, steering, shaft 2, semi-balanced. Again, we're acknowledging that we're not necessarily being 100% spot on, but we're representing where its capabilities sit relative to other ships. So you can't really use the top end of some of these things without unfairly balancing it, considering there are some ships that do have remarkable features for those places.
Yeah, exactly. And
armor is Krupp 3, so that's because basically it's only late. So Scharnhorst, Bismarck, King George V, and Vanguard are the only ones that are going to have Krupp 4. Barbettes 2, anti-torp 3, double bottom, reinforced 1, anti-flood 2, and Citadel, she gets the all or nothing, so Citadel 4, 5.
I think she's the only ship. Is she the only ship with all or nothing in Division 4? I think she.
I think so, yeah, because all the other ships are
3 or 4.
They're all either older ships which would have a 3, or in or the. I think Scharnhorst is in this one, isn't it?
Scharnhorst, had the turtle back.
Yeah, because it has the turtle back. So then we decided on light shells, cordite propellant, picric acid charge, electric turrets, and enhanced reloading, and that gives us basically a main gun reload speed that sits nicely in the middle of what it was historically capable of, even though it was designed to be able to fire a lot faster.
Yeah, and the muzzle velocity and shell weight are
a little high, but
they're
close.
And then for the
rangefinder was stereoscopic 4, Hydra on the, and then we said we were going to do a theoretical what if Strasbourg had defected to the Allies and had a Richelieu style refit in 43-44. So we're giving her basically the similar kind of systems you'd expect Richelieu to have, because we're trying as best possible to give everyone a 1945 either actual or theoretical variant.
Yeah, because if she had survived later into the war and gone into Allied service, or potentially, I suppose, even if the Vichy French had kind of given the ships to the Germans, she might well have ended up with a radar system anyway. But we're assuming that she's fighting for the Free French. And then the armour.
So we've got 11.1 inches on the belt, and we're giving it, because it's all or nothing, we're just putting 1.5 inch splinter, 4.5, 5-inch deck, main deck. Conning tower is 10.6. Superstructure keeping it just splinters. Then the turret armor, Strasbourg has 14.2 inches on the turret face, 6.3 on the roofs, and the game won't let us actually represent her fairly heavily protected secondaries, so they're just maxed out.
Again, developers, please let us fiddle with secondary turret armor a little bit more, because that'd be a lot of fun. And then this is pretty much where the video crashed, when we were trying to solve the gameplay issue of the half weight offset being quite high, and we were talking about various methods, but really there isn't too much we can do, because there's no space to move the towers around, and that's what's causing the offset. The secondaries kind of have to be where they are. We tried looking at changing the tower over. There wasn't really anything we could do to change that very much, aside from sticking a massive... and this is exactly where the video crashed. I was talking about the forward belt armor, or the possibly the forward
she just
armor.
Doesn't have.
Because
she's got a little belt, a sort of slight, a thin belt protecting her steering gear, which a lot of all or nothing ships had, but that's going to make the aft weight offset even worse.
Yeah.
Whereas going forward, her armor just ends at the forward magazines.
Yeah, so kind of here basically.
Yeah.
And sadly, she's not an Imperial Navy ship with an armoured prow. So I think she's just going to have to deal with having an half weight offset.
Which I suppose it's not the worst thing to happen to a ship with an all forward armament in the game.
No, definitely not. And they are, game wise anyway, the French ships can be a little bit annoying to balance out. But historically speaking, what's that actually going to do to her? She's going to lose a little bit of accuracy, about 7% accuracy from that. But her pitch and roll are fine. What were the sea keeping qualities of the ship?
They were pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got at least historically, she's got both a clipper or Atlantic style bow. Obviously, it's French, so they wouldn't call it that, and the forecastle also slopes upwards, which is accurately represented in this model. That is one hilarious bit of halfway offset. She's basically speedboating her way to victory.
Yeah. But sadly, I don't know what we can really do about it. She's doing her best, but I think she
certainly looks the part.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Definitely looks the part. Yeah, well, I'm excited to see her in action, and hopefully that weight offset isn't too much of an issue. But genuinely, without breaking her historical kind of characteristics, there's not really much we can do about it.
No.
Because again, the other things I said, sometimes you can put a forward firing torpedo launcher on the front, and then kind of stuff it full of torpedoes, and that can help a bit, but it's not an option on this particular hull.
No.
But there we go. The Strasbourg, as if she fought for the Free French in the later period of the war, I think she looks fantastic. And we'll see if her speedboat tendencies cause any issues, but hopefully not. And thank you very much for helping me with the build. And
no worries.
Yeah, thank you to those of you who are watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.
Bye bye.